what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
He broke up with her because she wouldn't let him cheat in peace. Let's get it.
I can't tell y'all how hard it is because I love so hard. And I love harder and harder and harder every time. And this one hurts the most. Because I really thought that I was going to marry this man. And I get it, he's young. Why would you think that? You know, like, it wasn't like that. And I'm trying to be strong, and it's hard. So, to my healing journey, I've already started therapy, and I'm trying to figure out ways to get up out of the bed and stuff like that. And I've changed my whole life, so it's like, it's just lessons, you know. And people be like, you know, he's young, you're stupid.
So guys, if you don't know who this is American rapper NLE Choppa's ex-girlfriend, who he recently broke up with because, well, she didn't want to keep up the deal that they made. The details to why the rapper initiated the breakup was making a buzz all over social media. In fact, don't take my word for it. Here's NLE Choppa, aka Bryson LaShawn Potts, explaining the whole situation himself. Let's get it.
If I tell you I'm a cheat or whatever, and you say I'm cool with that as long as you take care of home, and which I do. I take care of home, make sure you're right physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything, make sure I'm hands-on with everything. But the littlest bit of peace where I want to do is where I do my dirt at, because I let you know that, and you approved of it, you signed up for it, you said it was cool. And once I do it, I don't get the peace of mind to do it. I don't feel free, and I don't feel free to who I am as a person. And the next thing was, I said, I don't see myself having one wife. And that's another thing. Marissa, she was big on marriage. So I'm like, I had to let her know, like, I don't see myself having one wife. I said, I'll probably marry you, but you would have to, you know, be cool with the simple fact that I believe in polygamy. So you may not be the only person that I would marry. You know what I'm saying? And I let her know that. And she was like, that's different. I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's something I can work on with being open to as well. So this was pretty much the thing, and no disrespect, Marissa was willing to give up all of these things that she felt that she was going to get. She was with me in a sense of hope. I feel like she was with me in a sense of hope, and I grew out of it. She was willing to do everything. Did she want to do it? Her mind and her heart wanted to do it, but her soul, that was not what her soul wanted. And in the sense of that, like, I felt wrong. That's why I left. That's why I had to distance myself. Cause I'm not ready for that. That's the part of my life I'm not ready for. It's like we was in two different worlds. And it's like every day I had to bring her back into mine to let her know, like, hey, you told me this is what you wanted, this is what you signed up for.
So guys, you heard it for yourself. NLE basically explained why he broke up with the model, Marissa Danae, and said, hey, we had a deal. And the deal was, if we're together, I'm going to step out, right? I'm going to, quote unquote, cheat. And you have to be okay with that if you want to be my main chick. But he let her know that I will have side pieces and I will be busting cheeks fast, not slow. With that being said, this video is brought to you by the Coffee Pod. Make sure you cop on those fast, not slow hoodies down below. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't see anything wrong with how he handled this situation, especially with him being honest up front. Again, this is a really interesting situation and breakup, mainly because of the details surrounding why they broke up. Something to keep in mind here is the rapper is 19 years old and Marissa Dene is 26 years old, right? And at that age, we know that wall is approaching. Fast, not slow, and she doesn't want to drink that coffee.
Put that coffee down.
So she wants the ring. She wants to get married to a man who she sees as high value. And she thought she found somebody who she could somehow trap or convince to get married. I don't understand why any 19-year-old should be thinking of marriage, right? Honest and smart move on his end, because in my opinion, he did the right thing, especially letting her go. But of course, the model took an issue to the whole situation and went to vent on social media. Check it out.
I have given myself to one man for a year and 3 months. And just one man, nobody else. And you build so much with that person. You go through so much with that person. And my healing process, I can't tell y'all how hard it is for me to sleep. Or how hard it is for me to get up and face reality, because this was not my reality a week ago. You were stupid, all this shit, but he was doing things that grown men never did for me, never taught me. I experienced things that he was just so mature, and just because he was young, it doesn't mean that he didn't have the ability to do so.
All right, so she said a couple of things there that are worth mentioning. She said the hardest thing about letting her ex go was that he was teaching her things that grown men didn't teach her, and did things for her that other grown men never did for her. Well, I think one, that speaks to the maturity of the rapper, right? Of course. And then two, that speaks to her decisions, her choices in men prior to 25, prior to looking for, a good guy. So I've watched a few videos of NLE, and he seems different from most rappers and seems like he has a pretty good head on his shoulder. But at 26 is when she's running into men who she respects. And I think that speaks a lot more to her choices than anything else. But of course, you guys know how we do it. We're going to check out some of these comments. The internet definitely had a lot to say about this specific situation. The first comment here comes from a woman, and it reads, NLE Choppa's girlfriend crying over him when she's 26 and he's 19, ... Girl, he can't even buy liquor. Get a grip. That's pretty funny. We got another gentleman that responded to this woman and said, NLE Choppa got his on the internet crying. City Boys up another milli, which was followed by another female commenter who added to the thread and said, NLE Choppa ex-girlfriend on social media, no snotty, girl, stand the F up, with the crying emojis. The next comment here comes from another woman, and it reads, NLE Choppa is 19. Why is a 26-year-old on live crying because they broke up? Because he's 19. What did you expect? With a side eye. Another woman responded to her and said, NLE Choppa's delivery was very mature, and I really feel like that's a lot of niggas, but they don't know how to say it and just be upfront about it. She goes on to say, most of these niggas prefer to have the cake and eat it too. That's why they be sneaky about it. All right, so here's the thing. She has a point. She has a point that a lot of men out here would ideally like this situation to work out, right? To be able to have a main chick and that main chick be okay with you dating other women. That's just the truth. But they know they can't have that. Why? Because they don't have the resources that someone like NLE Choppa has to use as leverage, as an incentive for that woman to stay in that relationship. And what does this all prove? Well, it proves everything we've known, is that women will make exceptions, right? Won't require loyalty from men of a certain status. This has been the case for eternity. So when this woman says all men need to be honest like he was, well, no, they don't, because not all men want this situation, first off, right? And the men that do don't necessarily have the resources to leverage so that they know it's going to work. Most men know that they're not going to get a woman who's going to be okay with them stepping out. If they're okay with that, they'll deal with that. They just want a woman who drinks coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Let's check out this other comment here from another woman that reads, "First, I must acknowledge his honesty. At the age of 19, many men, older men than him, would continue to lie while secretly cheating on their women. Several men honestly want polygamous relationships but won't be honest with the main woman because they don't want to lose or hurt her." She goes on to say, "NLE Choppa, continue to live your truth. There is women out there that honestly don't mind poly relationships, but wait till you get a little older because it's a lot to juggle. One woman alone is a lot." Next female commenter here says, "He's right, and you can't be mad at him. He didn't deceive her. She deceived herself knowing she didn't want what he wanted. Now she's heartbroken because she was chasing money. Oh well, next case." Another man responded to her and says, "Exactly. He told her up front. She made the decision to stay." Another woman added to this thread and said, "She didn't tell us everything he told us though." I think that's supposed to say either. Either she left a lot of parts out, but she made sure she was crying and carrying on to let us know how heartbroken she was when she accepted this already. This gentleman says, "Only 19 and already a street legend." Next comment says, "He got that Nick Cannon spirit." And finally, our last comment here reads, "He let her know up front. He presented her with the choice to stay or leave, with the given situation that he would step out from time to time. She chose to continue with the relationship. That's on her." Listen, man, I'm curious. What do you guys think of this whole situation, right? Leave your comments down below. As always, I appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, man, I'm out. Peace.